I'm back at it again with my 2K15. My player for the Indiana Pacers. I was on the Bucks, but shit, now I'm on the Pacers. Got requested a trade.
Let's meet your Atlanta Hawks starting lineup. Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. From the booth, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg.
Let's go. You're in.
Dang, about time.
Atlanta leading by 6. And so in the game for the Pacers. Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. Then there's Evans. Then it's Brooks. And it's Walker in at the 2 spot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Isaiah Thomas. And let's take a minute now to give a tip of the cap to the top rookie defenders in the NBA this season. Here's George. An 11-point game for him in the win against Portland.
And don't forget about the incredible rebounding night for him, too. I mean, just devouring the glass all game long.
And Walker kicks to Thomas. Craps in the tray. Thomas got his first 3 points of the game. And Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break, and I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
T kicks to Cephalosha. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Korver, no luck. Pacers trail by 3. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. We talked about David West and what makes him such a tough player to defend. Coach said, West is special because he's so skilled for a player of his size and strength. He can score inside and also spread the floor with his shooting. He can have a quiet night and still drop 20 and 10. So we've got to stay conscious of him at all times. Guys, we'll see how they do against him.
And as always, Doris, thank you. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Here's Thomas. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
They've created one chance after another. They've got to continue to sustain this great energy.
This is great basketball to watch. When the offense and defense are clicking and feeding off one another the way they are, beautiful.
Korver passes to Teague. Shot clock at 6. Horford with the screen on Thomas. Horford dishes to Korver. They need this. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Not much doubt about that over the back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Then for the Pacers, Jerebko's checked in for West. And George Hills subbed in for Walker. They get it again. Evans, good. Evans has got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Vogel addressing his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. Coach said he's the player who should be getting the bulk of their touches early on in this game, and that's certainly nothing unusual for someone with his talent. He also wants his players putting pressure on the defense with early offense, lots of shots, and an aggressive approach in general whenever they've got the ball. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's Schroeder. Evans with the rebound.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Hill has the open look. From outside, off the mark.
Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
kicks it to Bazemore. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Here's Schroeder. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Thomas. And that one comes up a bit short.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons. Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
That's his second personal foul.
For Atlanta, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. First free throw is good. Hill is checked in for Paul George. He's off on the second. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Thomas gets a wide open look. Indiana again missing. Here's Bazemore, covered by Evans. Schroeder passes to Scott. That puts them in the lead. And the Hawks lead by 1. From half court, can't get it to go. Welcome back. Close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
And this team has done a nice job on the glass. I think that's how they've built this lead. They've been very physical, really established a presence in the paint.
Well, they've chased down those balls. As soon as they've hit the iron, they've been chasing them down. That's been a solid effort by them.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Indiana, Thomas in at point guard. Roy Hibbert is out there with Jerebko. Then there's Solomon Hill, and it's Hill in at the 2 guard. Schroeder trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Trailblazers.
And they made their mark defensively that day. That was what was, I think, most impressive. Really caused a lot of problems in the paint.
Well, they spent a lot of that game in the air and got their hands on a lot of shots.
Now the pass to Bazemore. They set the pick. Here's Matt. Carries it from 3-point range.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Thomas gets a wide open look, and not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. The Hawks trailing. Schroeder kicks to Matt. Can't cash in from close range.
Yeah, he's surprised he didn't make that one because he had a pretty clean look at the hoop.
Now the dish to Thomas. Thomas with another miss. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The baseline J. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Scott's got his second bucket of the night.
Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
So it's both teams making... Here's George. He has 7. Outside Thomas. Shoots it. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And that's 15 points for Captain Clutch.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
And the basket by Horford.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively. What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Teague against Thomas. Scott with a screen on George. Sefolosha dishes to Teague. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Horford, and another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Horford's got 8 points in the quarter.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
The Hawks leading by 5. Here is Korver. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Utah Jazz. Horford's shot is good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Indiana's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Double team on Thomas. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Novak's checked in. Ken Bazemore comes in for Cephalosha. Shelvin Max checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Jeff Teague. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Indiana. Hill comes in for Walker. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Scott gets it to Bazemore. Left side, Scott. Bazemore passes to Scott. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
So,
Well, Coach Vogel...
All right, we've got some work to do, but it's not too late. Let's put our stamp on the second half.
all right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Captain Clutch having a dominant impact in this game. Bazemore's checked in for Atlanta. In Indiana with a change here too. Hill, he's checked in for Walker. Teague and Korver in the backcourt. Kent Bazemore is out there with Scott. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Bazemore dishes to Korver. Feeds it to Bazemore. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Hawks lead by 5.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
And Indiana making a change here. Checked in.
And now a chance to look at David West here. His last 10 games, he's averaging 10 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers might not reflect it, but the effort's really been there for him. He's going to get rewarded soon enough if he keeps getting after it like he has been.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Steve. He's been unlucky not to have filled up the stat sheet more because his play has really been solid.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kev. Captain Clutch in their last time out against the Trailblazers was simply terrific. He finished with 15 points, and he also added a few assists as he set up his teammates as well. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by Steve his standard.
Well, those are pretty high standards ordinarily. To see how much it carries over. It's not a performance that will be easy to repeat.
But you like to have that in your arsenal and on your resume so you can call on it the next time you get out on the court. So I think it'll serve him better than it won't.
Schroeder, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. Indiana also making some changes. Urebko's checked in for West, and it's Hill in for Aaron Brooks. Outside Thomas. From beyond the arc. Again, Thomas missing.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Horford with the screen on Thomas. Schroeder kicks to Horford. Baseline Jay on the way. He squares up and sinks it. Horford's got 17 now.
Pretty much no chance for the smaller defender to block that jumper.
Yeah, he knows exactly how to use his size to his advantage there.
That doesn't go either for Thomas.
I think the lead they've built here, guys, is in large part due to what they've done on the boards.
Absolutely. I mean, they have a plus 10 advantage in rebounds, and they've been in total control of the backboard.
Horford with the screen on Hill. Bazemore passes to Horford. And Hibbert with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. For the Hawks, Novak's checked in. And Paul Millsap is subbed in for Mike Scott. 1:58 left in the third quarter of the game. Mack, no luck. Pacers trail by 8. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. Can't get it to go. The Hawks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. And Mack kicks to Schroeder. To the wing on the left. Here's Novak. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, really at both ends of the floor. Nothing seems to be going their way.
Outside Thomas. Outside Thomas. Thomas with